What's up, guys? Swift here, covering the 12th day of Bears training camp practice. Today the pads were back on and Yannick Ngakoue was a full participant. We have a lot to talk about today, some good and bad. Let's get right into it. First off is the growing list of players who did not practice. Today Nate Davis was out again, so was Lucas Patrick, Jaquan Brisker, Tremaine Edmonds, DeMarcus Walker, Terrell Smith, Terrell Lewis, Dante Pettis, and Dylan Cole. Pettis was removed from the injury list after practice. He should be back tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see if he rotates with Velus Jones on punt returns. We also had a couple of guys leave practice today in Alex Leatherwood and Chase Claypool. Let's get right into today's breakdown. Justin Fields' progress is what every fan is most interested in, and he's looked so much better this year than he did at last year's camp. The difference has been night and day. He's progressing through his reads quicker, his footwork looks better, he's getting the ball out faster, and he's been leading these guys all offseason. Things are looking good for Justin Fields, and I think it's time I finish my Justin Fields Part 2 video. It's coming, guys. Chase Claypool was again having a really good practice before tweaking his hamstring and having to leave. He was heard saying he tweaked it, hoping he can get back onto the field soon, as Claypool's been having an incredible camp and we need him out there. Equanimous St. Brown also wound up limping off the field today. He made a couple of nice catches, including bringing one in on the sidelines in 7-on-7s, but he came away limping after the catch. The star of the day on offense was DJ Moore as he continues building on his great camp. He made some more nice plays today. Fields did throw one to DJ that was in triple coverage and intercepted, but most of the time Justin Fields and DJ Moore have made things look easy. Their chemistry has been amazing to watch. Khalil Herbert had a great day today. He's worked hard to improve his pass blocking, and he's looked better catching passes out of the backfield. Matt Eberflus mentioned him in the presser and said Herbie put in a ton of work this offseason. The offensive line was a big story today as well, both good and bad. False starts were a major issue today. The O-line was flagged for more than 5 false starts on the day, and they need to clean that up. After practicing yesterday, Nate Davis watched today. Hopefully they are just easing him back into the action, but this is getting worrisome at this point. There's still a month to go before the season starts, but I want to see Nate Davis getting in some more practices. On top of that, Alex Leatherwood left practice today. Seemed he got banged up as well. No word on how he is doing, but he did not return. At this point, we might need to look into signing a guard. Our tackles had a good day though. Darnell Wright looked awesome. He didn't lose a single rep in one-on-one drills, and this might have been his best day of camp so far. He wasn't perfect. He's a rookie, but he continues looking better and better. Braxton Jones has also put together a really solid training camp. He made some noise today when he pancaked Yannick Ngakoue, which will segue us right into the defense. Ngakoue practiced in pads for the first time as a Chicago Bear. He looked explosive, but he was pancaked by Braxton on one play. This guy is going to help our defensive line. If you haven't seen the All-22 video on him, check it out. The starters at defensive tackle looked really good today as well. Justin Jones and Andrew Billings both made plays and were in the backfield on more than one occasion. Andrew Billings actually showcased some of his pass rushing potential to go with his run stuffing prowess. Billings is a player I really like. I wish I would have finished his All-22 earlier in the offseason, but it does give us something to look forward to. It's also coming soon. I also saw some flashes from Zach Pickens, Gervon Dexter, and Travis Bell today as well. I think with the offensive line missing Nate Davis, Lucas Patrick, and Alex Leatherwood, it really hurt the interior of this line, and it allowed the defensive line to look better today. Zach Pickens spoke in his press conference about the differences between reading and reacting as a defensive lineman instead of just bursting off the line. People have questioned it a lot with Gervon Dexter, so it was interesting to hear Pickens talk about having the same issues and how different it is. I've heard a lot of armchair GMs criticizing Dexter this offseason, mostly for his lack of burst off the line of scrimmage. I'm not worried. Give him and Zach Pickens some time. I'll be checking out both of them in their preseason debuts this weekend. The most interesting development with the two rookies, though, is they are playing the opposite positions that I expected them to. I said all along that I thought Javon could play 3-tech or nose, and he has played both. The coaches have been working Dexter at 3-tech next to Zach Pickens, but he's also getting reps at nose too with the second team. The interesting part is Zach Pickens is working strictly as a nose tackle right now. I didn't expect that. He mentioned it in his presser. He said the coaches are working him strictly at the nose. I think that could slow Pickens' development initially, but once he gets used to playing nose, him and Dexter are going to be a devastating duo on the inside, and it allows Gervon Dexter to get in the starting lineup with Andrew Billings sooner rather than later, and improving our entire defensive line. The most impressive player on the D-line today, though, was Dominique Robinson, who seems motivated by the Ngakoue signing and has had back-to-back really good practices. He got to Justin Fields a few times today, and he beat Larry Borom badly. Undrafted free agent linebacker Micah Baskerville out of LSU made a couple of plays today. He intercepted a pass to Roschon Johnson that was bobbled, and he intercepted a pass in the end zone that was intended for tight end Steven Carlson. Both of the passes were thrown by P.J. Walker, but Baskerville coming down with 2 interceptions, and most guys in the media having no idea who he is. Tyreek Stevenson also had a great day. He had loud chirping battles with Chase Claypool early on, and some great battles with DJ Moore later in practice. He forced a few incompletions today. With Terrell Smith missing his second straight practice, Tyreek has a chance to get ahead in the battle for the CB2 spot. This weekend's preseason action will be huge. I've also talked about Elijah Hicks a few times throughout camp already. He's looked good and seems to be stepping in to that third safety spot that DeAndre Houston Carson has filled the last couple of years. One thing is getting overlooked, though, is that Hicks has been the first guy out on the practice field almost every single day. Regularly, he gets out there and gets in early work with the jugs machine. He's one of the hardest working and most humble players I've ever seen put on a Bears uniform. You can't help but love and root for Elijah Hicks. Overall, the biggest story of camp, though, is Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Their connection is just awesome, and I love to see it. The other thing fans are talking about a lot more are the injuries which seem to be piling up right now. I will say it's way too early to panic, and luckily nobody has anything serious right now, but we are missing a lot of starters out there. One of my biggest hopes is that this team can stay healthy throughout camp. So I don't mind the coaches being cautious throughout camp. I just wish they were a little bit more transparent to the media and the fan base about what's going on with each player, but I understand it. We're just a couple of days away from preseason action. Eberflus did confirm that Justin Fields will be playing on Saturday. I wanted to quickly give my take here because it seems like a lot of fans think that Justin shouldn't play at all. I get it. Nobody wants to see anything bad happen, but he does need some reps in preseason. He has a lot of new teammates and is still mastering the offense. No, I wouldn't play him much on Saturday. To me, it would go like this. To me, I think it goes like this. He's going to play 1 or 2 series in that game. If they come out and drive down the field and score points, he probably won't be back out for a second drive. If we go 3 and out, I expect him to come back for another series. But he won't play much on Saturday. I'm hoping to get an extensive look at these rookies, especially Gervon Dexter and Darnell Wright. I can't wait to break it down. I expect Justin Fields to get his most reps next week in Indy. I will be there watching. Funny note about Micah Baskerville, the undrafted linebacker. Most reporters admitted they had no idea who he even is. So all of my subscribers should feel good about yourself if you remember anything from me talking about Baskerville this offseason. Stay tuned, guys. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.
Be fair, come over here.
Be fair, come over.
What's up, Swift? It's Kyler Gordon. Just want to do a quick shout out to Swift Sports Network with all the latest news on the Bears. Keep doing your thing. Just hope you have a good day, man. And I just want to say, bear down.